How's it going, guys? Welcome to Rev and Step, and today we're in this car, the Audi TT. And by the way, this car's name is Valkyrie. I might mention that in the video, so don't be thrown off by that. I look like a scrub because it's Christmas and it was a very, very lazy day for me, so I didn't want to do anything. It is still freezing outside and cold. That's why I'm in the car, and that's why I'm gonna start up the car. But also I wanted to show you guys this right here, which is the Audi virtual cockpit. And that, I wanted to compare that to that over there, which the Mustang has a digital dash, and that's it. Audi, obviously it's way more enhanced. It has a lot more features, and it's a virtual cockpit. So I wanted to start from the beginning to the end and kind of like show you a few things that I've learned so far. Nothing major. I'm not an expert in this, but I really love how this dash performs. And I also want to give you like the comparison. It's gonna be a fair comparison. Obviously, I'm not expecting the Mustang dash to be up to par to this dash, but they do come pretty close in some aspects. So stay tuned, watch the video, and I'll give you some examples that kind of like walk you through this little digital cockpit. So with that being said, I'm not gonna give you cold starts because it's cold outside, but I'm gonna give you a cold start inside the car because I want to show you how the dash performs. For example, when you're driving or when you're about to drive. So let me go ahead and do that with Audi. And it's a lot of loud noises, kind of scary. But anyway, obviously the car is very quiet because it's a stock car. I do want my girlfriend to put an exhaust on this. So here's the virtual dash. This is what it looks like. I tried to do this video a little bit when it's getting darker because I wanted you guys to see this well. So I'm gonna walk through things, and I'm gonna show you how to change everything and what it actually does. So the steering wheel, basically, I believe you can control some of the virtual dash here. You can ride on this pad, which would ride on there, which is awesome. And you can see that Audi, they've actually removed like a center dash right here, and they've put it all in this like virtual cockpit, which is awesome. It clears the interior a lot, and it makes it look just a lot better. So with that being said, you can control it through here. You can see that you can move it through here, through this little I guess clicker or whatever you want to call it, this little wheel or mouse, because it does act like a mouse setting. You can just click on it and then go back. So I'm not going to mention much about this. You can control it from here, but what I'm going to focus on is the steering wheel controls, which is this right here controls all of your Audi digital cockpit. So you can go up and down, and basically each time you click left and right, it controls these tabs right here, and you can go through things. Obviously your telephone is not connected, or mine is not connected. And this is the actual GPS, which I'm not sure why it's showing that we're off-roading, but we might be. So you can put in destinations and stuff like that. And again, I'm just controlling it with these switches right here. This little switch always gives you more options. You can scroll up and down with this, and here we go. That's why it was way too zoomed in, but look how beautiful it looks. I really love this like Google Maps version of the GPS. It looks a lot cleaner than any other GPS that I've seen. And again, you can change your view by just pressing this little view button, and that expands the map, which to me this looks phenomenal. This is unbelievable that you can see your map. It makes it a lot easier for you when you're driving, and just like, you know, you're driving the car, and all you have to do is just like look down a little bit to be able to see all this detailed information. So if you go to a place, you don't really have to take your eyes off the road. You don't have to like look over here to pay attention. You just do this, which the Mustang has something similar to that. It doesn't have this like elaborate scheme, but it has something like that. And again, if we click for more options, which is this little key, it gives us more options. And I like how it kind of like blacken, like grays out the map right there. So we can go back and you can change the view. I want to know if you can mess with more with those gauges, and this is what I was looking for, this right here. So there's a few options. So there's the settings, there's the Audi smartphone, there's the Audi Connect, which is, my girlfriend did mention she wants that, and I believe she might get it. So there'll be more to know about this, but I'm not gonna get into it right now because I don't know much about it. There's the map, there's the navigation, there's her telephone again. So I guess there's a difference between Audi smartphone and her telephone, which I'm not sure. There's the media, there's the radio, sounds, and the vehicle. And you can see this gives us vehicle details. You can kind of scroll through this menu right here. It gives us a date and time. So here, as you can see, the short-term memory, which is obviously she's driven a little bit and she's gotten 20.7 miles per gallon, which is not a lot. That's what my car is getting right now. So this, I believe this is just like a short drive with maybe a heavy foot. There's the long-term memory, so she's getting 23.1 miles per gallon, which I would expect a little bit better, but she does have a heavier foot, and that makes sense. But 23 is not too bad. That's what my GTI was getting with the IS38 and the Tune. So this is not too bad. But again, my Mustang gets about 20.5 to 21 miles per gallon, so which is pretty good, but I drive it kind of conservatively. So I wanted to give you a quick example of this. This is a random address I selected, and basically this is what the map looks like. It gives you like a breakdown point of everything, and you can zoom in, you can select your routes. There's a few different options, which I really like that. So let's say we select this route, and then you can completely zoom in and zoom out. So this is awesome. And then you can see the total basically breakdown of the city where I live. So don't come in you know, knocking on my door asking for autographs. And I think it looks awesome. I think that's one feature I wish the Mustang had with the GPS. I'm not sure why. I messed around. I tried to select the gauge, this main gauge, to come down here. I'm not sure if I'm in the wrong mode. That could be it. I couldn't find it in the settings or anything like that. But this is what it looks like, and I really love this Audi digital cockpit. So let's go to the Mustang. This video, I know this video is getting a little bit longer than what it should be. So let's go to the Mustang. I'm gonna go through it really quickly because I've done that before in my previous videos when I talked about the car. So I'm just gonna go over a few settings, and I'm gonna talk about the two systems and what each system can learn from each other. Which I think Audi, even though they were the first ones to do it, and they're so much more advanced, they have a few features that can change, which would be awesome. So now that we're in the Mustang, I'm gonna turn this light on. I'm not sure how well you guys can see me. It's a little bit darker in here because of the window tint. It's a heavier window tint than the Audi, but you guys don't have to look at my face. I need to show you what this does. I started the car. I didn't give you guys a cold start because it's loud. It's kind of loud now too. You guys can hear it. It's still warming up, as you can tell. It's still up in a higher, about 1.5 thousand RPMs. So it's a bit loud. So I'll give it some time, and I'll come back to talk to you guys about this dash and what I wish they would improve on this dash, which is not much. And actually, honestly, I'll just mention it right now. It's actually the GPS. I would love to have the GPS instead of like coming up right here in the corner, to have the full-blown map like the Audi does, like the Google map. But instead it comes on here, and then you have a little detail right here that tells you where to go, like left or right, and I believe it mentions some stuff on the top too. But there's a few things on this dash that I wish the Audi had, which it doesn't. So we'll talk about this, but I'm gonna wait for the car to warm up a little bit and become quieter. So guys, we're back. The car is a lot quieter. You can see it's under 1000 RPM. So here's the Mustang digital dash. It's not really a virtual cockpit, it's just a digital dash. So again, as you can tell, this is a lot different than the Audi. The Audi over here, it's clear and clean, and here we have another screen that pretty much controls all the navigation, all the audio, and everything else with the car. And over here is just pretty much focused to give the driver all the details they need. So are the two dashes identical in any way? Well, just like the Audi, you can control everything from this side of the steering wheel instead of the left. You can control it through the right. You can press the little pony symbol, and it gives you the options, and then you can select through different options, different gauges. You can select what gauges you want. These are the main gauges that it shows you. You can change those eventually. You can change them from gauges to an actual like text. This is a lot clearer. These gauges are not really clear to me. Like I mean, they give you ballpark, but I like to see this. even though this is more entertaining to watch. I like to see this information more. And then it gives you also lateral G, acceleration, and brake, which is awesome. You can reset it and mess around with it if you have an open spot. Also, it gives you the cluster appearance, which you can change the cluster appearance. I would select, I run it on track, but I'll show you what it looks like based on the modes. So let's see, let's change the mode. Let's go back to the main cluster. So this will be basically the main cluster. This will be if you're in normal mode. It just tells you the actual temperature, tells you where you're headed. It gives you the gear. Basically, it's the 10 speed, so it has 10 speed, so you kind of lists the gears here. It shows you how, like, your RPM, your miles per hour. And then if you go with a different mode, so the changing mode is right here. If you change it, so let's say I change it to Sport, which will be this Sport Plus, and it changes the cluster appearance to that, which is also nice. It gives you a better RPM range, so you can focus on that, but also gives you the same details as before. And then you can go to track, which definitely changes it. How you see the miles per hour here as an actual number, but then all you see is the RPM tach, which shows you basically you have to focus on this to know when to change gears. Even though this is automatic, you can use the shifters and change gears. And these shifters, though, they're a little bit delayed. I'll talk about these in a different video. You gotta focus so you can change gears with the shifters. So let's go back to the setup. I wanna change my cluster appearance to always show track mode, because that's how I drive. I enjoy the cluster appearance the most. And then let's go back to normal, so I don't forget the car. But I do believe once you start the car up again, it goes back to normal. I haven't checked that yet. Another thing is you can select a lot of different colors. If you go to, I believe, let's see. So if you go to my color, you can select a lot of different colors, and you can create your own color. So you have these 3 different wheels, and you can change the color, and that changes the color here, in your cup holders, in your footwells. I mean, it looks really good. So if you select a specific color, so let's say I'm gonna change it to let's see, I want to go with, well, actually I don't have to change it, I can show you guys. So you can see how it changes the cup holders too. So let's go to, we can go with this, we can go with yellow, we can go with white, we can go with green, we can go with ice blue. I mean, and it changes it everywhere, which is awesome. I really love that. So I'm gonna go back to this purplish color because I don't know why. And then you can select the second color, which this shows you, this changes your dash basically. And then a third color, which changes your dash again. Other than that, there's not much to this dash. It just shows you the driver information that you need to see, and that's it. It doesn't have any fancy tech like the Audi does, but it's good enough, and it actually looks pretty nice. So to sum up this video, what do you think about the difference between the Audi TT and the Mustang Dash? I believe the Audi is a lot better, that is basically the quality wise and the features that it has when it comes to the GPS, your telephone. You can do that in the Mustang as well, except the GPS, but it's kind of like it's, how do I put this? It's not very detailed. The Audi has all the bells and whistles when it comes to showing the map on your dash, showing everything. The Mustang overall doesn't. It just does the basics. It shows you the tax, it shows you the information you need to, and it just lets you drive the car. The Audi, there's a lot more ways you can get distracted because it has a lot more selections, a lot more things that you can do to it, a lot more changes that you can make. However, one thing that I really like about the Mustang is how customizable it is and how it affects the interior. So you can change the vibe of the interior completely by just changing the colors. And also you can, because you get 3 different options of how the gauges work. I couldn't figure out the Audi, the center gauge, how to get only that. But with the Mustang, you can only have like 3 different gauges. You can switch between them whenever you want on the different modes. The Audi does like a similar thing, but it's only between like the small gauges and then the large gauges, and that's it. I really like the customizable part when it comes to the Mustang. You can make your dash more up to you or to your standards or the way you like it, the different colors. With Audi, you don't really have that selection, unless, I don't know, I'll ask my girlfriend and she might have more information about that. But honestly, I have not seen anything online that shows that or anything like that. Again, with Audi, it's a pricier car. It's more of a luxury car. It is a sporty car. It reminds me a lot of my old GTI. but it has a lot more features, and you kind of pay for that, but also you expect it in an Audi. And the Mustang is more of a driver's car. The Mustang tries to make you focused on the road instead of the dash and making changes to the dash. And I believe one of the reasons is because the Mustang it's such a car. It's a rear-wheel drive car, and it can be hard to keep on the road if you're not paying attention to what's going on ahead of you. So with that being said, I hope this video kind of helps you guys see the difference between the Audi and the Mustang. The two dashes are phenomenal. If I'm buying either car, I would request that I would actually skip, like what I did with the Mustang is I skipped the performance pack for the dash, and I'm very happy with it. The performance pack, I haven't really noticed anything. The car brakes well enough and it does really good. So again, I'm sorry about this video being kind of like long, but I wanted to show you some of the features of both cars, and I was kind of like goofing around a little bit too. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Merry Christmas to everyone, and I hope to make a video here before the New Year's, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I've been pretty busy with work, especially end of the year. I hope to make a lot more videos for that car because I want to know what my girlfriend thinks about like her own car, and also want to know what she thinks about my car as well. So that will be a fun video to create. I hope that happens soon. And also I have to introduce her to the channel. She's brave enough to where she doesn't mind that because she's pretty awesome. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.